Let's take a second here. If you followed along step by step from scaffolding the module to wiring up an OData endpoint to building your first UI view, you have now done something most Laravel devs never try. You shipped a working UI5 app built with Laravel, talking OData, modular and deployable. That's huge. You didn't just tweak a theme or push a Livewire form. You created a UI that speaks SAP's native language, and you did it on your own Laravel terms. Take a second to appreciate that. You've touched a lot of moving parts. So, before we wrap up, let's name what you now understand and why it matters. First off, we have the model view controller in OpenUI5. You created a declarative XML view, you bound it to a controller and let your data flow through a model. This pattern, the model view controller, is baked deep into UI5. And now it's no longer abstract. You've used it. Then, the declarative UI. The UI wasn't defined in JavaScript. It was declared in XML. Why? Because XML is easier to bind, introspect, and theme, especially in large enterprise scale apps. Next, the OData binding. You didn't write a single fetch or an Axios call. Instead, you bound your controls directly to an OData endpoint and used property bindings like geschwungene Klammer name. That's not a placeholder. That's live data loaded over OData managed by the framework. This is the difference between building with a toolkit and building with a platform. Then we added the controller logic. Not everything lives in XML. You still need click handlers, formatters, model mutations, and you added those in your users controller.js, where you can write JavaScript the way you know it. Clean, familiar, and modular. And then came the big one, calling backend functions. With the LaravelUi5 facade, you invoked a backend action, triggered from the UI, routed via Laravel, and handled in a clean model-based way. No custom endpoints, no boilerplate, just call it. And finally, a modular app structure. Your app lives in a proper namespace, UI5 users. It's registered in the UI5 registry. It knows its own OData endpoint thanks to the Laravel OData integration, and when it's time to scale, well, just add another module. It's real architecture, not a spaghetti of view files and global JavaScript. That's what you've really built, not just a page, a foundation. Now, here's something wild. Even though you're a Laravel developer, you're now speaking a UI dialect used across the entire SAP ecosystem. Those XML views, that's how Fiori apps are built at SAP. That OData model you bound to, it's how data flows in enterprise systems, in factories, banks, hospitals. And a modular app structure, that's what lets large teams scale and maintain UI5 projects over years. What you've built isn't a toy, it's aligned with what SAP developers do every day, but in a way that feels Laravel native. If you want to go deeper, here are a few great resources. First of all, the OpenUI5 SDK. This is the official docs site with samples, controls, and full API references. Then the OData docs. Here you can learn more about the Laravel package powering your OData endpoints. And finally, the SAP Fiori design guidelines. If you want to align your UI5 apps with real SAP design systems, this is where to start. You just unlocked a whole new ecosystem from inside Laravel. So let's now talk about launching your app into the real world. Alright, your app is built, wired up and ready to go. So what? Well, here's the good news. If you used PHP Artisan UI5 SDK, what we have done here, your app is already deployable out of the box. No bundling, no npm build step, no weird config, just Laravel. So how do you ship it? You just deploy it like any ordinary Laravel app. Push to GitHub, connect it to Laravel Forge or Laravel Cloud, and that's it. Select your repo, pick a database, edit the system switch, click deploy, done. You now have a fully working UI5 app in production, served from your Laravel app and powered by your own backend. And if you're using Docker or shared hosting, well, same deal. It's still just Laravel. This is what makes Laravel UI5 special. You get the structure of SAP's OpenUI5, but the simplicity of Laravel deployment. Now that you know how to launch an app, let's talk about where to go next. So where do you go from here? Well, wherever your business logic takes you, because now you are not locked into a demo. You have the tools, and with these tools you build your own modules, you expose clean OData endpoints, you wire UI5 views with backend logic and deploy confidently with Laravel. So, want to build tiles and dashboards like in SAP Fiori? Well, go for it. Want to build reports and KPIs powered by Laravel jobs? Okay, do it. Multi-tenant apps with role-based authentication and route protection? Yes, it's on the table. It's all on the table. Because what you've learned here scales. This mini course showed you one app, the user's app. But Laravel UI5 is designed to grow with you, not box you in. What we built here using PHP Artisan UI5 SDK is a rapid prototyping flow. It's perfect for testing ideas, scaffolding modules or exploring new UIs fast. And yes, you can absolutely ship with it. But in larger teams or long-lived apps, you'll probably want more structure. That's where the UI5 CLI comes in. With it, you can move your UI5 module into its own Git repo, add full TypeScript support and theming tools, build with the official UI5 tooling, and still connect cleanly to your Laravel backend via OData. So, whether you're working solo or with a front-end backend team, Laravel UI5 lets you start small, move fast, and grow into a full-scale architecture when the time is right. And if that sounds like the direction you want to go, then the next moment is just for you. If this course opened a new door for you and you're ready to go deeper, then I'd love to invite you to join the next chapter. It's called the Laravel UI5 SDK Founder Edition. It's a special early access package for developers and teams who want to build real SaaS apps with Laravel OpenUI5 the way we just started. In the Founder Edition, you'll get a lifetime SDK license for one production domain, access to our private repo and full code base, 8 live sessions where we build the business partner app together, and a questions and answers, replays and hands-on materials. It's not a course, it's a real product in real time, and you'll be part of shaping it. If that sounds like your next step, join the Founder Edition now. Seats are limited, enrollment closes October 14th. So, you now have everything you need to build real UI5 apps, connected to a Laravel backend you actually enjoy working with. You understand the architecture, you've touched the moving parts, you've deployed. That's not a tutorial, that's a milestone. And it's only the beginning. So thanks for building with me and happy coding.